Morning folks, haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, probably be some trees, meadow, something like that. Right, I've got my new camera, here it is. It's the Canon, no it's not the Canon, it's the Panasonic 5770, beautiful camera. Does a lot but not at the moment. I did manage with one of my colleagues on YouTube help yesterday. It had a problem transferring the data on the memory card to my laptop. We did get it going, but then it sort of decided to have a hissy fit and stop working. So I've got a friend hopefully coming round later today who set up a camera like this in our church for recording services for people who couldn't get there through the pandemic. So I've got a couple of cables there, an HDMI cable and a one that links up, I don't know. I tried everything but I couldn't make head and tail of it. I can phone up the department, the technical department from the supplier of the camera. They're very, very good. But I'm not techie, as you know. I have enough trouble with this little Canon Legria setting that. I've only got it on basic automatic settings. But this, and the Legria hasn't got a lot of a great zoom. This one you can zoom right in without losing hardly any resolution. It's super thin. I'll just open it up. It's got quite a big screen, touch screen, with all the menu. Soon get around to the camera's okay. I can cope with the camera now. But it's just a techno on my computer, just linking the SD card, and I'm using a 32 gigabyte memory card, and I format it. I didn't know how to format it to start with on the camera, but we soon found that by going on the menu. It's got about a 2-hour running time, but until we get the software sorted out on my laptop. I'm just going to be looking at it, but I'll get it going eventually, one way or the other. So here we are, back to the true and trusty, sometimes, Legria, Canon Legria. My daughter gave it to me years ago, about 9 years ago, when I started all this. I was using a webcam at the time. The first few demos I did were with the old £5 webcam. Then I tried the Logitech webcam, which proved to be well, it was good in parts. I didn't really know how to set it up. There were so many configurations of it, and I didn't understand the tech speak. That's the trouble when you get to my age. We just can't even remember what I did yesterday. I'm trying to remember how you got it working without writing it down is another matter. Right, I've got a palette. This is from Saturday. I managed to do it on Saturday. I've got some red ochre, ultramarine, burnt sienna. I mean, that's pretty good zoom, isn't it? I'm going to put some cad yellow out, some yellow ochre, but let's get some of this yellow. Probably the ultramarine's dried out a bit. These are all winter colours. Well, apart from the red ochre, which is, I don't know whose that is, wherever I got it from. Etude ochre rouge. It's very good. You can use light red. Light red's okay. In fact, it's fine. But I won't use the light red. I'll use the cadmium red because I want to mix my greens. Put that there. Right, okay, so let's get a sky in first. I've got my nice clean brushes. Always clean brushes. I clean my brushes with washing up liquid, fairy liquid. You want a good one. You don't want a cheap one, or the bottom of the range, because it won't have the power to remove the oil in the brushes. But the good, better quality ones are superb for that, and it keeps your brushes nice and soft, all beautiful and soft. What sort of sky do we want to? Let's have a cloudy sky over another meadow, maybe a bit of water. Let's have a look. So I've got some fast dryer mixed in with my linseed, so we'll do that. I hope everything's right on the camera and it's bright enough. The trouble is, last week the weather was changing so quickly. It's going from bright to dark, and the poor old camera couldn't cope with it. Right, bit of white, bit of blue. Just get some bit wobbly here, aren't we? I know, I'll just pull the leg out. The back leg is on a brick. Okay, that's a bit better. Right, got some cloth and clean toweling just to pull the brush through, and we'll get some. Let's use some burnt sienna. And well, that went wrong a bit. Just bunging the paint on, just killing the canvas, as we say. Yellow ochre, well, sometimes the yellow ochre works well. Fairly low horizon for doing a sky study. Right, so we've got a bit of blue, bit of clean your palette before you start, otherwise the other colours start getting in the way. Alright, let's start again. Blue. Might use a bit of Payne's grey, oh that's a bit dark. I'll just use the ultramarine and a bit of white with the cad red. Alright, let's get some colour above that. Bit of ochre. Oh, for goodness sake, look at that. Are you with me still? You can use different brushes, of course, but I'm economising in the brushes I have to clean up afterwards. Now, it's a nice, that's come out as a nice gentle sort of sky so far. Get more light behind. Get a bit of light blue in there. No, that's not right. Just making this up as I'm going along and hoping that it turns into something good. I want that grey colour, or that under here. Okay, let's get some light on the horizon. Okay, well there's a sort of sky. Let's just get a bit of ochre. It's a very delicate sky, this one. Okay, so we've got a billowing cloud going up there. Right, let's put some trees in now, and then we'll sort the meadow out. I do like to, as you know, I do like doing these type of paintings. I've got a nice round filbert, whatever it's called. Oh, it is a filbert. I'll put some blue out, because I'm going to use a fair bit of that. Okay, that'll do, just a little bit. Otherwise it'll dry out and get wasted. Right. Blue, red, yellow. Put a bit of red in there. Bit of shadow. Bit of shadow there. I think I tend to get carried away with the trees and I go right across the horizon with a solid bank of trees. Oh, let's put some light in here. Right, so I'm just mucking about in this little corner here. I won't go too close to the edge, but because I've got a mount that will suit this one. Just using the blue to put the shadow in. This is a really dark green. All right. Let's clean the brush. It all goes on my fingers. Comes off the brush onto my fingers. Right, now what we can do is to put in a bit of blue grey, pinch of white. It's a bit dark on that. No, I don't like that. Now, why don't I like it? Because it's too insistent. So let's put a cloud over there like coming up. There's nothing, is there? Rub it out. Get rid of some of that, some of those trees. And reinstate that background. A bit slightly pinky. Quite like that. Paint into that. Yeah, I like working on these boards. They're sort of makeshift palettes, but this is a bit impasto here. Right, let's take some of those trees up a bit higher now. Air holes. Let's call these summer trees. Right, just got to refine some of that over here now. A bit of green. Okay, well that's more or less. Right, now maybe if I lighten it now, I could put a tree coming up from here, like a bushy tree. I could do that. That's I'm going to try to get this down here. So we'll have light going in there. Right, now then we're getting rid of dark. There's no Payne's grey so far on this one. Now we want that highlighted. Right, now let's get a bit of ochre, a bit of white. Alright, keep that going, because if you can follow my all over thinking, get the darks in here. So you've got to have the light against the dark. It's paramount. Otherwise, the light doesn't shows light, and the dark doesn't show dark. Look. So let's have a bit of white with that yellow. Right, we're going to bring that into that tree there, into that bush there. Alright, let's get that in. Right, let's get that yellow with some white. Right, that's better. We want that tree to be part of this mass, not that mass behind. So we need a much more lighter in there and more dark behind. So let's get a nice bit of red, bit of yellow, bit of this, bit of that. You can get confused like I am at the moment. Leave some air holes for the birds to fly through if you can remember. Okay, then we can come down with some darker stuff in there and then we can highlight again. Right, shadow in that bush. A bit of red in there. I like that bit of red. Nice and dark. Then we can put highlights over that. Alright, a good bit of grassy stuff. No wonder my neck aches. I paint down rather than up. Whoops, carried away with that. We've got to get some glass against that. Right, okay, I need some more dark there, I think. Right, okay, let's go on to a bit of this meadow grass here. Oh. Bit of shadowy grass there. Just adding a bit of white to that lovely cad yellow. Bit of mauve. Right, let's get some grasses up there. No, I don't like that. It's a bit not very nice. Let's use a hairy brush. If I can find a hairy brush, where are you? There we are. Well, I'm not really happy with this. Whoops, knife. Great thing about using fairy liquid or dishwasher liquid, not dishwasher, washing up liquid, is that it cleans your hands as well. A little bit of illusion of detail in the foreground. Got to resolve that. So let's use a bit of yellow, bit of white. Let's see if we can just separate, get that light against dark. It's a bit better. Blue. When I get this camera going, I'm going to put it on a tripod, which I have, instead of this flimsy thing from online, from China. Let's just get that in here. turn that into an elderflower tree, elderberry tree. Oh, that's a little bit better. That's where we want the light, and here. Okay, well I'm going to let that go. I think sky is quite nice. Right? If I put a couple of little figures walking along on the horizon there, white shows up well. There's some people walking on there. Let's wonder if I put. Right, let's just add a little bit of blue there. Okay, so a bit naff putting poppies or sort of poppies in, but why not? Oh, that's just some whites. Okay, well, I'll call that a morning. The time I've cleaned up. Right, I'll put the mount on it, and I'll take you up a bit. Put the mount on. It's a nice blue mount. Oh, well, there we are. I've got to take that right up. Take it back as well. Oh, that's it. That's better. So, another meadow. Summer sky. Summer sky, that'll do. Summer sky. I've tried to create an impression of wildflowers going here with this bush. No branches or trunks or anything. Just let the shape tell the story. Anyway, I hope you like that one, folks. I'll get that uploaded, and hopefully, by the time we meet again, this camera might be linking up with my laptop on OneDrive. See you soon. Bye bye.